Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Vintage by Jacob. My name is Jacob, and if you're new to the channel or you don't know who I am a full-time online reseller of vintage or basically any type of clothing I can get my hands on and resell online. I resell on the Poshmark app, and that is where I make my full-time income. Like year in, year out, all my paychecks come from Poshmark and being a full-time reseller and business owner. Also, if you're new to this channel and you need a little bit of insight on what I do here, I basically take you through my day-to-day practices as a business owner. I have a ton of fun videos showing you all the ins and outs of my business, when I get new inventory in, what's sold videos. I also have some really cool and kind of unique videos too. I just did a $10 thrift outfit challenge where I had to go to the thrift store. I only had 10 bucks and I had to find a really dope fall outfit, and I think I crushed that challenge. So if that entices you, go ahead and go check out all my past videos. I think I have a little bit of content for everybody, whether you are a business owner and need help growing your business, or you are just into clothes, vintage clothing, fashion, or just entertainment in general. I believe I can provide some of that for you guys. But with that being said, thank you for being part of my journey and watching this video. If you would like to be a part of my journey even more so and help me out a little bit, I would really appreciate it if you guys would consider subscribing to get updated on all my newest content I'm dropping. I drop videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, hit the thumbs up button. That would be fantastic. You've heard the spiel before. It can really help with the YouTube algorithm. And you know, you've heard that before. Hit the thumbs up button. And lastly, if you guys have any feedback, criticism, or you just want to talk, hit me up in the comment section down below. I would love to talk to you guys down there. All right, so enough with all that riffraff. Let's get into the video. So I will flip the camera around and show you guys what I am doing. Check this out. So as you can see, I am at Savers. And Savers is actually my biggest local thrift store here. So I'm actually gonna hop inside. They have a ton of Halloween stuff out right now, and I think they're gonna have a ton of really cool stuff. Savers is the most expensive thrift store in my area, but their inventory far outmatches every other thrift store, so I can usually find some pretty cool, like, rare pieces. So I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna kind of look for some Grail pieces. I'm gonna take you guys along. This is just gonna be kind of a cool thrift video, see what I can find. I'll have some commentary as I go, and it should be a lot of fun. Let's hop in there and see what we can find. All right, so I'll take you guys along my typical route at the thrift. I like to start in the flannel section. Honestly, I look at the flannel section because I always look for woolen flannels, something from like Woolrich or Pendleton Woolen Mills. I always look for that blue and gold label, a Pendleton label. These do pretty well. Insulated jacket, but just a little too much money for me. So honestly, flannels are hit and miss at the store. They typically do have some woolen flannels that I like to pick up, but generally speaking, they're always overpriced. Typically, like, for a Pendleton flannel, if I find one, it's always like $15-20, which in my opinion for a thrift is way too expensive. But generally speaking, I can find them, so that's a good thing. Ooh, it's a nice Harley shirt, but it is a repo and it's a little expensive. But yeah, so I like to hit the flannels. If I can find flannels cheap enough, they do very well for me. If I can get them for like $2.99, sometimes $3.99 if they're a good flannel at the store, I'll definitely pick it up. Not a whole lot right now. Ooh, what is this? This is actually an Under Armour button up. It's like a jacket. It's got a hood. It feels really nice. Under Armour heat gear. I think I'm gonna take this. The price wasn't too bad. What is that? Yeah, $6.99. That ain't too bad for Under Armour. I think there'll be a good chunk. I'll probably get at least 30 bucks for that. So that's definitely enough profit for me. Here's a Woolrich, too expensive. Another Woolrich, too expensive. Yeah, not coming up on any wool flannels today, or just any really good ones besides that Under Armour one. That was a Wolverine flannel. But you know, like I said, I just want to keep moving through the flannels. Ooh, here's a nice Wrangler pearl snap button down, $3.99. It's a no-brainer. Ralph Lauren. But you do have to sift through a lot of basic A lot of basic things, basic flannels to, you know, give yourself a chance of finding something really, really cool. And it's not looking very all right, so this caught me out of the corner of my eye. It's this polo Ralph Lauren rugby shirt. Unfortunately, it's a little too expensive. I'm just going to kind of look at these other long sleeves quick. I generally don't spend a ton of time looking at items like this, but if I see something out of the corner of my eye, I will look at it. But generally speaking, I don't go through the whole rack. But all right, now I'm going to check out the jackets. Ooh, look at this. Libtech snowboarding jacket, 40. Oh man, that is a ton of money for that. Unfortunately, I'm gonna pass, but this would be a fantastic item generally. And honestly, they have a ton of sick jackets here. I mean, just like any one of these is actually really cool, but unfortunately they get a little bit too much money. Like this Skidoo jacket is probably, yeah, out of budget. Here's another Burton jacket, a ton of nice snowboarding jackets. But it's just everything's just a little bit too expensive. As for jackets, I mean, sometimes I am able to hit on jackets that are like under 10 bucks and are just really cool, really like vintage and rare, but it doesn't look very promising with these price tags. Man, this is just expensive. Let's see what we have here. Oops. Cabela's, Tri-Mountain. That's kind of a cool embroidery on the back, but a little expensive. Here's kind of a nice rugged jacket. Articat. See, these are really nice, but they just charge too much. Ooh, this is kind of a sick Spalding bar, $6.99. I'm gonna have to think about this one. Yeah, I'm gonna think about that guy. A little expensive, but it might be worth picking up. A lot of Columbia pieces. Like I said, I live in Minnesota, so there's a lot of really nice outerwear here. This is a nice like biker jacket, like crotch rocket jacket. A little too much money though. Man, I am just not gonna have very good luck today in the jackets, I don't think, which is okay. I like to go through them anyways because there's a lot of cool ones. There's a cool Ralph Lauren tag, Articat. Yep, too much. Ooh, 3M bomber. Down. That's a nice quality down coat, but it's a little too much. Yeah, I think I'm gonna strike out on the jackets, unfortunately. Man, sometimes I can find some really cool pieces in the jackets, but I mean, there is a ton of sick pieces, just a little bit too expensive, which is cool. So this is actually a jacket I found. It's actually a jacket I think I'm gonna keep personally. It's this Columbia fleece bomber. Because it's a little expensive. It's 10 bucks, but I think I'm gonna rock this thing in my personal closet. And I was going through one of the side racks and I found this really dope Woolrich denim shirt for 5 bucks. Taking that. See if there's anything else. Sometimes they have some really good items on these little side racks. Like these are the new items they just put out. So they do have this vintage shirt section. It's not really a ton of vintage shirts. It's usually just a bunch of repops and just kind of like old tees. I mean, this is kind of a sick Sturgis shirt, 1998. But usually when you find stuff like this, it's a little bit too expensive. It's not single stitch. I'm gonna pass on that. A camo shirt. Ooh, Journey shirt. I generally don't have a ton of luck here, but I always like to look because I can be proven wrong, and sometimes you can find some really cool vintage, like single stitch, like graphic tees from local businesses around the area for only a couple bucks. So that's pretty cool. Like this Viking shirt is really sick, but it's just a little bit too expensive. But yeah, a lot of the stuff is not truly vintage, but I still like to check it out. Sometimes I can hit, sometimes I can't, but it's definitely worth the look, and it's not looking like we're gonna make very much progress today, but that is a-okay. We'll just finish out this rack. See what I mean? Just a lot of tees like this, kind of just a vintage style, but not really a vintage t-shirt, which is okay. There's an old tag, but not a very good graphic. And
all right, so I think that was a pretty successful trip to the thrift. I ended up getting 4 different items, and it was $18
bucks, so just over $4 an item, which I'm super happy about. One of the items is for myself, but I'll probably eventually end up selling it, and the other items are going to be for sale, and I should make a decent chunk of profit on these items. I mean, it was a really fun trip to the thrift. A lot of the items, as you saw, were a bit out of my price range. There was a ton of really cool stuff, but just there wasn't enough meat left on the bone, so to speak, for me to make enough profit to afford or to make it worth buying. So that's that, but that's typically how it goes. Like I said, they have a great selection of inventory here. Just the prices can be a little bit high unless you find some of the stuff like I did today, where the prices are just right and they're great quality items and they'll be perfect in my inventory. So that is that. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Kind of give you a look at what I do when I'm at the thrift, what I look for, the items I'm getting into my business. And yeah, because ultimately at the end of the day, I just want to entertain and educate you guys, whether you guys like vintage clothing in general, or your business owners yourself. My goal is to educate and entertain, and that is the purpose of this channel. With that being said, please hit the subscribe button if you want to join me on my journey as a business owner and a YouTuber. Hit the bell button too. You'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also hit that blue thumbs up like button. That could not help me enough. You've heard the spiel. I said it earlier. The YouTube algorithm likes it. Hit that like button. That would be fantastic. And lastly, if you have any questions, comments, or you just want to talk to me, hit me up in the comment section down below. I would love to talk to you guys down there. It would be super rad if we can get some dialogue going down there every single video. But yeah, with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It is Wednesday. I will see you guys on Friday. Peace.